Oh, hey there. Didn't see you. I think I said that on the last one. I'm dumb. Get yourself some free DMCA free music like this. My album's called Aberrations. It is all instrumentals. There's 13 of them, and it's DMCA free. And you can use them in your videos, use them on your streams, use them in your podcasts, whatever you want. You won't get a claim. You might get a claim. Just saying. It's just YouTube. It's just the content ID is still, it's good, but it's, you might get a claim, but you won't get a takedown notice from me. I don't take down videos. I'm encouraging you to use the music. So I'll leave a link in the description and check out Aberrations, or just like jam out to in the car, like just kind of cruise, while you're thinking about life. It's available wherever you listen to music, and you can go to my website, HowieSpangler.com. That's .com in my puberty voice. .com. Oh, .com. Go to HowardSpangler.com. HowieSpangler.com. You can download it for free as well. So what's up, man? This is Tales from the Green Room, episode number 162. And we are continuing our deep dive into SHELLSHOCK, the new Ballyhoo album that's going to change everything forever. And we're really excited about it. The songs we feel are great, and we really hope you guys like it. And we spent a lot of time on it, So, and if you haven't checked out the stupid video that we made, I'm gonna put a link right here. If you're watching on YouTube, you gotta watch it. It's so dumb. And I'm gonna do like a little rundown, sort of a deep dive about how we made that, why we made that. I think that'll be fun. So anyway, okay, so last week we did Clip My Wings. And this week, I want to lighten the mood a little bit, because lately it's just been a little bit melancholy. Not melancholy, melancholy. Because all the stupid lawsuit crap that we've been dealing with, some of you guys know this already, but if you're just tuning in, there's just been some issues the last couple of years with some former team we used to work with. But it's, everything's kind of coming to an end. It's coming to an end, sort of like the litigation part that we're reaching settlement, all that fun stuff. And now we just have to pay for a while. So it's a bummer, but, so you guys are probably going to have us, you're going to see us setting up our own gear on stage for a bit, walking out, setting up our own shit, and just starting to play, I guess, not looking cool, like just walking on stage to like this dope intro and lights and craziness. It's just going to be us setting up our shit, and then we start playing. Because we can't afford to take people out like crew. We've had crew for, it's 23, so 13 years we've been taking crew out, and tour manager, stage tech, merch guy. We're gonna bring a merch guy, to sell the merch, but yeah, that's it. We're gonna be relying on house guys and for sound and setting up our own shit. And we haven't had to do that in a long time, and it feels like going backwards. And that's been like one of the worst parts, is like the whole, like just feeling like everything's falling apart, and we're going back to like local band status, Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just from what we've been doing, it's a blow to the ego. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's a definite blow to the ego. It's like, shit, this ain't how it's supposed to be, but. But then it also comes down to like all the years that we've been doing this, to have to go backwards, just to keep everything afloat so things don't implode and, the ship doesn't sink, basically. You got to do what you got to do. So in order to stay alive, it's troubled times, and we're just navigating this the best we can, and hoping, by the end of the year to be in a better position. We'll see. But I encourage everybody out there to, if you're going to go to a show, If you think you're gonna go, you know you're gonna go. Buy tickets as soon as you can, if you can. I know it's tough out there, but hit the merch store, hit the merch table at the shows. We've got a couple live albums and some other releases on our Bandcamp page, and I'll put a link in the description for that. If you guys want to support, easy way to support and also get something cool, a couple live albums and some other B-side stuff. There's a B-side record called Medium Rare. A lot of old, like really weird Ballyhoo stuff from back in like the 2000s that never made it to a record, or couple live clips, things like that. And we are just trying to come up with cool ways to keep the revenue coming in for now. So I just believe, it's like, this isn't, I hope nobody takes this as like a woe is me kind of thing. I'm not trying to do that. Like, I just believe in honesty. I believe in just like being upfront, with our listeners, our fans, whatever you want to call them, our friends. And I just feel like, you guys should know what's going on and understand that, it's not always, what you see on stage is we try to put on the best fun show possible and take you guys away for a while from whatever's going on in your minds, in your lives. But it's like all the while, it's like we've got, I walk off stage and I'm just like in this dark hole again, It's like depression and all these things. So did I say I was going to lighten the mood earlier? I did say that a few minutes ago. But yeah, that's the gist of it is, I'm just trying to I want to be honest with you guys and upfront and just, that's what you're going to get from me. I can't help it, man. I'm an open book, and, and I hope that I do realize that there's a lot of bands that I've had a couple comments here and there just from people like, dude, just, some of us can't even go on tour, whatever. Like, we'd love to be doing that. Definitely, basically, you guys got something, I understand that we do have something rad, and I'm very, very proud and very grateful for it, but at the same time, it's like we have our problems, we have our issues, it's not like it gets any easier, just all new problems come about, especially when it comes to the business side, so. Anyway, let's talk about some fun. We're going to do Sleeping on the Couch this week. This one came out back in February. I want to say February 17th. It was the day we played Cali Vibes, actually. It came out that day. And we played it and no one knew it. It was a brand new song at that point. So yeah, this song came about. I started writing it probably 2019, I think. Was it 2019? I think it is. What's that noise? You guys hear that? Anyway, so I think I wrote it in 2019. I started writing the hook, actually. Every now and then I say dumb things. I fucked it up again, a perfect day. I had that, and it just kind of sat around for a bit. And a little trivia, side note here. Right around the same time, and this will help me determine the year, actually, that I started writing it. Tropidelic hit me up about doing their song, their remix for Busted Kids. And I ended up, I didn't know, if we were ever going to use the song that I'd written, I didn't know if it was going to come out or whatever. And I really liked the melody of the chorus. So I kind of used the melody for Sleeping on the Couch, what would become Sleeping on the Couch, in my verse on Busted Kids. So right at the top of the song, when it comes in, you hear my verse. I'm the first thing you hear, and it's like the same melody. I can't remember if it's the same key or not, but it's like na 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 na, and it's just funny the way it works with that, because it's a different chord progression for sure. It's funny how it works on both, and so it does sound a little bit different, with certain harmonies and the words I'm saying, but at the core of it, it's like the same. It's the same melody I wrote for what would become Sleeping on the Couch. So Yeah, any Tropodelic fans out there. Um, so yeah, I really liked that hook. I thought the hook was really catchy and it was fun. And I knew that like those lyrics were gonna be um, really relatable. I guess there's a lot of dudes out there who feel like they fuck up all the time with their lady. I think a lot of us do. I think most of us do. I think like it's just like we're so different. We're so different from women, and I mean it's a beautiful thing. Um, but I don't know how many times I've like just situations that arise and like she's like freaking out about something and it feels like the smallest thing. It feels like the smallest thing, and I'm just kind of like, what's the problem, like what? Guys just deal with things differently. um and I don't want to turn this into a rally, like we're not, it's not boys against girls here, but um there's obvious differences. um and so this was just a fun sort of tune about feeling like I can't get it right, I always screw it up um with her. And well, look, we're good to each other, we do bicker, we argue, like anyone else, any other couple, I imagine. But um it's just funny to me to write about this shit, and it's almost like sort of to troll her a little bit. um I like trolling her here and there. It's fun for me. But I mean, she's cool. But so all right, we'll go through from the first line here. Okay, first off, the groove is so sick, right? The groove is just badass. It's like that that single note guitar and bass thing. We call them stickies, where it's like the palm muted guitar, just single note stuff over the bass line, playing the exact same thing as the bass line. We call them stickies here in the biz. And here at the Bat Cave anyway. And so yeah, it's like ding 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 ding. It's just, to me, that was like so sick, so cool. Just the whole vibe of it just lays down here. And you just ride the wave, and the song doesn't change much. It's like you get that one inflection going into the choruses, bah, bah. And I wanted that to be like a big like distorted moment, like and then Scott like added like a organ, like a really distorted organ, bah, bah. And so that's really all it changes, and then the feel of it changes a little bit in Jackson's verse. We got Jackson Weatherby from the Elevators to sing a third verse, and under his part, the music, the drums change a little bit, the pattern, and I love that. It's cool because if we can talk about like song structure for a second, you can like it's completely possible to have a song that doesn't change chord progression the whole time, 3.5, 4 minutes, whatever it is. It can be the same chord progression all the way through. And you would think that it would get old, it would get boring, and people want to change it, but it's how you, um, it's how you use your layers, and how you gotta feel it out. It's vibes. It's all vibes. Like seriously. Um, so there's moments where you're taking things out, you're putting things in, you're dropping the bass, on certain parts. Like so, like when it gets to like the third verse, well, when it gets to Sebastian's guitar solo in the middle, and then that third verse, you hear the bass drop out, and it's just the drums and the guitar and like some crazy synth stuff happening around it, like ambient stuff. Um, and like that to me is so cool. It's like you drop it out, you bring it back. It's like dynamic. You creating dynamics where there otherwise aren't really dynamics. So when you have a song that just goes and goes, and the beat's the same the whole time, and it's just the same two chords over and over again. This one's G sharp to F sharp, just back and forth. You have to create some dynamic within that, and it's possible by doing those things, by dropping things out, adding a vocal thing, like adding some lick from a guitar, or maybe the bass does something cool, or maybe the piano, or some synth sounds, or some weird sound, or maybe got some fucking lasers. I forgot to mention about the lasers on Clip My Wings. I put lasers all over. I was like, this song needs lasers. Song's getting lasers. So yeah, but like things like that, and that's what you do to create some excitement, some dynamic in a song that otherwise wouldn't have it if you did it. Um, so all right, she's got me sleeping on the couch with no rebuttal. I always seem to find a way to get myself in trouble. So pretty cut and dry. Nothing real clever about these two lines here. And that's how I want to do it. I want to be straightforward here. And if I think of a cool line, I'll throw it in. But this is just, she's got me sleeping on the couch with no rebuttal. And what I did was, a lot of times when I'm writing, I'll think of like the second line before the first line, or at least the end of the second line before the first line happens. So I'll like set it up. So that means I got to come up with something to rhyme with that second line. So in this case, it's get myself in trouble. And I'm like, okay, what rhymes with trouble? And you go through all of it, muddle, subtle, bubble, just all the obvious things. But then for whatever reason, like rebuttal came up, because I wanted it to, she's got me sleeping on the couch with no rebuttal, meaning like there's nothing I can do to defend myself. I can't say anything that's going to help. She's just like, fuck off. You're on the couch. And, this isn't like literally I don't sleep on the couch. Even when like we're mad at each other, I still sleep in the bed, but like it's, this is more kind of like, I guess metaphorical or something, or, we all feel like we're in the doghouse, you know what I'm saying? So it's, so yeah, the rebuttal thing is like, she got me sleeping on the couch with no rebuttal. I always seem to find a way to get myself in trouble. I was like, rebuttal, sure. And it's a weird word, and it's not exactly a pretty word, but it's kind of just how you deliver it. I just try to deliver it as smooth and like as Brad Knoll as I could. And there you have it. She took away my benefits under the covers, and I'm taking all this bullshit because I love her. And you're just like, God fucking damn, I'm taking all this shit because I love her. Like, ugh. That's, you feel like that. She took away my benefits under the covers. So she's withholding affection. She's withholding the sex. No contact. We like to lay there in the bed and like touch our feet together. When we first get in bed. None of that. There's a big pillow in the middle. Like it's all separate. She's built a little fortress, a little city around her side of the bed, and it's impenetrable. And I'm taking all this bullshit because I love her. God damn it. Like, because you're not going to break up, this is stupid. It's like, you're going to break up over something dumb. It's like, it's just arguing, disagreements, and you figure out ways to make that, to get through it, and, things work out, and hopefully you don't have that same issue again, so I'm always trying to like work on myself. I used to be real snappy. Like I'd like, say some dumb shit back to her, or get mad too quickly, like short fuse. And she has kind of a short fuse as well. So it's like, wasn't a good combination. So we've been working on that stuff. And I know that it's all my fault. I try to keep it real, but then it's grinded to a halt. So like, I know it's all my fault. I know that I say some shit. I know that I'll run off at the mouth, trying to keep it real, right? When keeping it real goes wrong, that's the situation here. But then it's grinded to a halt, because it's like, okay, I'll try to be a tough guy, and then she just shut me down, and you're just not going to win, I want to use my mouth, only making her feel good. If I could take it back, I would. So that line is absolutely there to make you think about sex, make you think about going down on each other. It's supposed to invoke those feelings. It's supposed to be kind of a sexy song, and with the vibe, the whole, that cool vibe that it has. The song feels sexy to me. And so I had to put some kind of some innuendo like type of lyrics in there. I want to use my mouth only making her feel good. So like not only just, uh, going down on her and stuff, but like but like uh speaking to her in a nice way, being a nice person, being a good husband, Um I want to do those things, and I do, like I'm a cool dude, chill, Um but yeah, the you got to have the double entendre there. I guess that would qualify as a double entendre, right? In a weird way. If I could take it back, I would. Yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm regretting this instantly. Like, should have just not said anything. But shit bubbles up, and you gotta say some shit, But we're working on it. Every now and then, I say dumb things. We're in the chorus now. It happens way more than every now and then. It happens a lot more than that. Um, I fucked it up again. A perfect day. Everything was great. Everything was great, and I said something dumb. And when you're like feeling it out, it's like I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Oh my god, this is the perfect time. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And then you say it, and you're like, okay, she wasn't ready for that. She's not in the mood for that. You know. And then it just like totally screws everything up. Super fun times. She says she's gonna give me back my ring if I don't straighten up and change my ways. Now, that's never happened, but it's she's never told me she's gonna divorce me or something. But that's kind of a playful line. It's meant to be playful. Like she says she's gonna give me back my ring if I don't straighten up and change my ways. Like, and I will contend that it's not always on the dude. And it's vice versa. It's not always on the chick either. It's like, it's not, it is, everybody has to work on themselves, So let's see. I don't know where am I? Wish I could go back 5 minutes ago to a time when we were good, just making love, So it's not necessarily like, saying dumb things like during sex and messing it all up, and then you have to stop and nothing like that. It's more like just making love, just being in love, just having a nice day together. I'm sorry for the way I use my tongue. There's another sexy line right there, dropping that in, making you think about oral pleasures, but also using my tongue, like saying dumb shit. And then come on, let's just go back to the way it was. Please, let's go back to the way it was. So to me, that chorus, that I had that chorus a few years back, and I was like, man, I hope he uses for something. Like, this is really cool. And when we started writing Shell Shock, or like songs that would become Shell Shock, I pulled that. I was looking through my notebook of lyrics, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I had like I do voice memos, like my phone is just filled with voice memos. So pulled that up and started messing with it, created a demo, and I think I definitely showed it off on Instagram and Facebook like January, February of last year, 22. Okay, so now we're getting to the second verse. This is where like it starts to change up a little bit. I forgot it does change up a little bit here. Guitars drop out, and it's more like dub delays and stuff. I want to get real ambient with it. This is where we're creating dynamics here. She used to want me in the morning. So I'm doing like some runs here, and I really thought these were cool. So she used to want me in the morning or the middle of the night, 90 miles an hour. Yeah, we did it on the highway. So there's some truth to this, and I'm so glad I could use it in a song. She used to want me in the morning or the middle of the night. So like this kind of goes to the old, they say when you get married, there's less sex, and you're not, there's, it's just, you're busy. There's so much happening. You got the kids, and there's events and engagements and things happening all the time. And, it gets in the way. So you're not intimate as much as you used to be. And so you're like, here I'm like thinking about the old days in a way, like, oh man, I really wish we could go back to this. She used to want me in the morning, in the middle of the night, but maybe I should just be more romantic, take her on more dates and things. Okay, 90 miles an hour. Yeah, we did it on the highway. So, it wasn't 90 miles an hour. And I want to preface this with this was stupid, but it was pretty fucking cool looking back. It was cool at the time. But yeah, I was driving and we were doing it while we were driving. We were doing about 60 on the highway. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. And yeah, good times. Good. That's all I'll say. But 90 miles an hour just sounded to me, that sounded hotter. So 90 miles an hour. Yeah, we did on the highway. And the way the melody is, it's sort of climbing up over this riff. It just gives it that feel. So then we keep going. Tell me what she wanted. I was happy to oblige. She said, says she want me to take it out and put it back in. So I had this song, the demo's called "Put It Back In" because I didn't know what to call it. It was just that was the words that stuck out, and I was writing it to be like sexy, like this. So I ended up using that here, and that song is, that never really became a song. It was just a piece of something. So use that here. So yeah, take it out and put it back in. To me, again, that's like it's dirty. It's, you're talking about sexy shit. So it's like I want the whole time in this song, I want you to be thinking about sex. That's what it is really. And I mean, that's what we do here at Ballyhoo LLC. We get people laid. That's what we want. We want you guys to get laid. So got to put you guys in the mood, man. Making some love. Okay, she said she wanted me to take it out and put it back in. And there's a pause. Almost put an orgasm sound in there. And I asked my wife to do it. And she was going to do it. But then we just ran out of time. I had to submit it. Okay. And then, and who am I to keep a pretty woman from her O? Who am I to keep a pretty woman from her O? Hell yeah, let's go. I was happy to oblige, as I said earlier. And even though she's busy, she's got time to come and go. So it's part of this run, just this whole, I was just on fire right here. That's how I felt anyway. I don't know if you guys like it, but I thought it was rad. And who am I to keep a pretty woman from her O? And even though she's busy, she's got time to come and go. And so it's like, it's, more of that double entendre type of shit, but also, it's literal. It's like she got time to hit it and take off, whatever. And when she bites her lip, I know she's about ready to blow. I mean, we all know what that means. But now I'm sleeping on the couch, I'm reaping what I sow. So it's like that last line takes you to me laying on the couch and just I'm envisioning everything. I'm like daydreaming about it, and now I'm back to reality. Oh fuck, I'm on the couch. Damn it. It was fun while it lasted. Excuse me, sorry. I'm trying not to say and as much, dude. It gets on my nerves. Sorry, guys. Okay, so then we're back to the chorus, and then we got the big guitar solo, bass drops out, there's like snare bombs and like all kinds of dub delays and all things happening. Very, very ambient, very cool. Okay, so then we get to Jackson's verse, and I asked Jackson to do this verse probably like a year before, I finally got it. Musicians, we're slow to do anything. But he came in and his voice is so cool. You guys know Jackson from the Elevators. His voice is just so freaking cool. And he's a great dude. And then we've had a lot of fun with those guys on the road. If you haven't checked out the Elevators, check them out. They're really good. Really cool band from Massachusetts. So he comes in with Here We Go, Rockin' Slow. It's kind of like this is like a, I don't know, like a scat. It's not exactly directly related to the lyrics. It kind of is like he's kind of doing his own thing here, but it just sounds cool. And as I said before, like in songwriting, it's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it. It's like, you can say pretty much anything, um, but how you deliver it makes all the difference. How you say it, how you sing it, it makes all the difference. Uh, so he comes in all cool. Here we go, rocking slow, got to bounce with the kick drum, move with precision. And we're talking about sex, obviously. She knows I've been living on the run, on the go, but it's on when I get home. So it's like we're, we're fantasizing about being with our girl. Yeah, we get it on, we get it on. Uh, Heaven knows it never felt this good. Double up like we should. So it's just we're talking about just getting back to it. So I guess it does relate in a way. Um, just wanting to fantasize about you know just having good times and being the way it was. So thank you to Jackson for doing that verse. Yeah, his voice is just so rad. Yeah, so that was kind of a quick one. That was yeah, that was cool. I was sleeping on the couch. I love the song. I've listened to that song probably 1,000 times. It's just so cool. It's one of those songs that like I've always wanted to put on a Ballyhoo record. It's that kind of sound that you were looking for. Oh, you know that sound you're looking for? Listen to this. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. Um, and I don't know. I'm just very happy it made the record. I'm very happy that people are digging it, and it's fun to play live. And we put it right up top in the set list because it has a vibe. It's like setting the tone. It comes in and sets the tone for the night. So when you're there and we play a couple songs to kind of get things going, and then we go into sleeping on the couch, second or third song, it's like, oh shit, this is cool. All right, this is the jam. This is where I want to be right now. This is where I'm so glad I bought tickets. I'm so glad I brought my friends. I brought my girl. I brought my guy. Whatever. It's like I'm 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 so glad that I'm here experiencing this, and that's what we want. We want you guys to have a good time, and we're here for you. Um, yeah, that was cool, man. Well, I don't know what songs we're gonna do this probably out of order because there's 14 tracks. I've now spoken about two of them. So if my math is right, I have 12 to go, and there are two singles coming at the end of this month, June 30th. Drunk Texter is coming out, and that features our girl Hyrie, Trish from Hyrie. Um, she killed it. We we toured together back in October of 22, and I pulled her aside one day and asked if she would, jump on the tune, and she was down. So we jumped on the bus and sat there, and she wrote her verse in like 20 minutes, and then a couple months later, she sent me the tracks, and yeah, she killed it. It sounds awesome. It's a very cool dynamic. It's like uh, singing back and forth with a girl, instead of just my stupid voice the whole time. It's nice to break it up, and the song turned out really cool. The song is a vibe. The song jams, and I think it's gonna get sticky. It's very sticky. It's gonna be sticky in your head. The chorus is an earworm, and can't wait for you guys to hear it. But so that's coming out June 30th. Then we got 808s and Coffee, which is technically the fourth single on the record, and that'll be out July 28th. So these are coming out like a month apart from each other, and then the record drops August 25th. So you can pre-save all that stuff now. Um, but yeah, Drunk Texter, 808s and Coffee are next, and 808s and Coffee. I love that song. I've been waiting for a long time to get this out. Uh, I probably wrote it a few years ago, and finally finished it up for the record a few months back. And it's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's a little different than the other shit. It's not like a rock tune. It's kind of like a reggae tune, but it's like more acoustic with some production. And the whole message of it is just about being stressed out and using music and caffeine, and just mornings are for coffee and contemplation, right? Like Stranger Things. Like that's what I was thinking. Like just working things out as if I'm writing in a journal, you know, coffee and music, and my thoughts. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. The hook is so huge on that too. But yeah, we're excited to get everything out. It's gonna be rad. I hope you guys love the record. So yeah, thank you guys very much for listening, for watching. If you're watching on YouTube right now and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It is free. Ring the bell so you get notifications when I go live or upload a video. And smash the like button, please. Check out some playlists. I got a playlist here. This is all my acoustic stuff right here. And then that's fun for putting on in the background while you're just chilling or at a party or whatever. Let's hang out by the pool. And then maybe this one is gonna be, what's it gonna be? Maybe it's gonna be my last vlog. Maybe we'll put that right here. Check that out. Anyway, thank you guys very much. Please subscribe to the podcast, Tales from the Green Room. This is episode number 162. And get this record too. It's called Aberrations. It is DMCA free. You can use it in any of your streams, podcasts, videos, whatever. You will not get a claim. And even if you do get a claim, I'll never ask you to take it down. So free shit. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, man. Thank you guys very much. And we'll catch you next week. Peace.